Hey, it's Anna and it's day 100 of a 100-day monk mode challenge, and today I'm sharing all the insights of is it worth going on a 100-day monk mode challenge. So I made two columns with pluses and cons that express whether you, random person, okay, you should be a business owner, should do a monk mode challenge for their business and whether it will help you. I have 4 pluses and 1 minus. The minus is huge. It tells no party and no immediate fun. I'm not joking. That's really a bummer. When I would sit here in a village for 100 days, I'm like, well, remember Anna, those days when you were partying that much and you were like dancing a lot and getting drunk and, you know, there were men and stuff. I'm not saying I'm not nostalgic about those times, and sure gonna get back out there. The thing is, you're gonna miss parties, you're gonna miss hanging out and partying and being cool, but that's one con, and we have 4 pluses here. Plus number 1 is you clear your head from short-term mess and long-term indecision. What I mean by that, that's the biggest plus for me. What is short-term mess and long-term indecision? When you are working on your life, you're thinking about your life, right? You are living someplace, you are renting, or you have a house, you have a job or you don't have a job, or you're studying, you are thinking of starting a business, or you're working at some job. It doesn't matter actually. I'm talking first about long-term. But sometimes there are things that are stopping you from making a decision. For instance, I'm going to share my stuff. I've been renting an apartment for a pretty long time, and the only thing that was holding me back to that apartment were my friends. That's it, because they were near, they were close. But I knew that financially it's not a wise decision, since I want to invest more or to buy a house. I know that it's not the smartest decision, the smartest move. But I would just hold on for a year and another year to the apartment because I was indecisive. But when it was after 60 or 70 days of the monk mode, I was struggling and I was having discussions with everyone, and I would even analyze the decision with ChatGPT. I would go for a walk and I would take ChatGPT with me, and I would be like talking to him and calculating all the investments and financial decisions and decisions in my life. But still, until this monk mode and until meditating every day, I couldn't do this for some reason. So now it set me free in some way. Monk mode is great. Another thing that it did is short-term mess. What is that? You wake up in the morning and you do not know what to do with your day. Or you feel angry, overwhelmed with emotions. I cannot say that monk mode can erase that from your life. It cannot. You're definitely gonna keep having emotions, but you will start being less responsive. It comes maybe a little bit from Buddhism. When you are meditating a little bit a day and you are not binge watching any series and not sitting on the social media, you have more time in your day, you are more present, you have more time to think and to reflect, so you're calmer actually, because your brain is not that busy, it's not that overstimulated. What happens is when people act out in a weird way towards you, you're not replying that aggressively. Well, I can't say that I was always perfect. No, I was not. But like yesterday, I had a bit of an emotional day, and I chose not to reply to any of the negative emotions. I had to let it out somehow. I had to clean up all the house, and I had to listen to really aggressive music. But emotions are gone, and I'm not reflective. So you're clearing out your head from short-term mess and long-term indecisiveness. And these were the biggest pros for me. I did not expect them to happen, by the way. The second pro is you make more money. You're spending less on parties, so you make more money, and you're more focused on your work. So you're kind of thinking more over long term, and strategically you're growing. For instance, I would be working on design project to project, and now I'm expanding the line of services at our agency and working on SOPs, and soon we are launching back on the market and we are raising our prices. I'm gonna be making more. That's nice. The third pro, you get healthier and fit. Well, if you're training every day for 30 minutes, you're feeling awesome, amazing. And pro number 4 is fulfillment. After all of these decisions and getting fitter and getting wealthier, so you're not broke and you're not skinny, like not unhealthy, you feel more fulfilled. And I value fulfillment more than happiness. Happiness for me is one moment. Like, yeah, a cat would pass by me and it would be catching the butterfly, and I'd be like, oh my god, that's so cute. I'm gonna be happy for a couple of seconds. But being fulfilled is not about smiling all the time. It's about knowing that you're in the right place, in the right moment, that you feel sure and confident about who you are, what you're doing, with people around you. It's amazing. So my cons are no party and immediate fun. And my pros are clear your head from short-term mess and long-term indecisiveness, get more money, get healthier and fit, and fulfilled. But these are the cons, honest cons. I'm not saying that everybody should try monk mode. It cannot be 100 days. 100 days is a lot. You're gonna have tons of like tiny lives inside of this huge period of 100 days. And you're gonna change your mind, you're gonna get bored, you're gonna make mistakes. I'm reading here. I wrote this sentence. And skip days, but the huge timeline in general will cover it all, will outshine it all, and you're gonna make progress. So if you want some progress in life, if you value fulfillment more than immediate fun, then monk mode is for you. You can try 20 days, 10 days, 7 days, who cares? Try it out and you'll see whether it works for you. For some, 100 days might be a lot, too much. You might become a sociopath, really hungry for all the partying and stuff. Maybe that's who I am. The next insight I had is you can do much more than you can think of. You might set your goals for 100 days, but guess what? Those goals are gonna change. You're gonna fulfill some of them, and some of them you won't. Like, I was aiming to run 10K, 10 kilometers, or to do pull-ups, or to do weird stuff. And I'm like, why do I need to do exactly 10K? What if I run 11K or 9K? What if I do not one pull-up, but like 100 push-ups or something? Why does it matter? So, I mean, your goals can adjust, change, and you're gonna do more than you aimed for. I promise you that. System gives you freedom, clear space for your thoughts. Systems are great, by the way. Those people who think that systems are limiting you, they are dumb. When you have set schedule for your day that you know by heart, you don't have to check your calendar every day. You do not waste your time making a decision. You don't waste, most importantly, energy making the decision in the morning, whether you should brush your teeth first or have a breakfast and then brush your teeth. And do I wear this or not this? Do I work first or work out, or what's happening? You're making too much decisions right now. You should have a system to clear your head out of these decisions and even do not think of it. It's like wealthy people, they have one suit that fits them well, that is perfect, and then they duplicate the suit several times, not to choose in between colors, shapes, and clothes to wear every morning, because it takes away your energy. And I totally understand that. Right now I'm switching to more of a sports clothes because I'm doing a lot of sports and living in the village, and it's really nice to have something that fits you all the time. So that's my choice right now, and I'm doubling down on the items. And the last insight I actually told in one of my personal videos on YouTube: do not ever limit yourself based on other people's limited ability to see who you are. Monk mode gives you a lot of time to think. While you are in a monk mode, you are most likely doing the maker job. You're doing some hard, huge projects, sitting on your own and working. And it might be dangerous because it might take away your belief in yourself, which is the most important thing. Why I know this? Because I doubt myself every day while I'm on a monk mode. Because I'm far away from people, so they do not see what's happening, what's the work I'm doing every day. I cannot show off. I don't, nobody tells me how great I'm doing. Nobody is praising me or, valuing enough as I think. So it's hard emotionally. You sometimes start to doubt yourself. But then I remember that I had periods in my life when I would kind of lock in real hard and do the work for 2 years on end. And I would be doubting myself. And I would be so, sometimes depressed even. Because it's hard working inside, working on your own, being locked in. But then I got really great, amazing results every time I did that. Every time I decided to take an exam, every time I decided to up my studies in university, when I started pursuing a new career, when I started doing the mentorship, every of those single times I would spend around 1 year grinding, literally. And I did not feel very, very nice waking up early every morning to do the work. But it paid off. It paid off big time. That's what I'm currently doing. So that's the scheme that is working. And when you see people who do not understand what you're doing with this monk mode, who are saying it's too much, it's not worth it, it's dumb, or do not take that. Because everyone is measuring you based on their knowledge, based on their limitations, based on what they know. It's funny. I have 2 random people who have told me that I'm gonna be, I'm gonna make a great person somewhere in the future. Once it happened in school, there was a random girl. I'm not friends with her or anything, and we're not staying in touch, and she doesn't know a lot about me. But once I was walking by the corridor and she approached me, she's like, yeah, I can see you becoming a diplomat or like a president or something. Because on one of the lessons I told the class I would be a diplomat. Well, I kind of have a degree of a diplomat, but I'm not a diplomat. And it was so nice to hear it. It was so random from a random person, but she believed in me and she told me that I can be someone huge in the future, and that she can see that. I'm like, I did not even see myself being a diplomat. That was so cool for me. And right now I have an agreement with one of my acquaintances as well that once we get to all of our goals with the agency, with the team, and I'll get all my personal goals. I'm saying this on YouTube, that's gonna be official soon. I'm gonna buy a yacht and I'm gonna invite that friend or like acquaintance to all the parties on that yacht. It's so weird, and it tells me, I know it's kind of based on the money and stuff. It's not the goal, the ultimate thing, but it told me that a random person, acquaintance, believed in me even when I do not believe in myself sometimes. And I'm like, you really think that I'm gonna buy a yacht and I'm gonna invite you one day? And she's like, yeah. So I do have those 2 random people who told me the best things ever. And perhaps these are one of the things that keep me going. Okay, this side note was really interesting for bonding time, and the video is over. If you want to do something with your life, you want to change stuff, lock in and do the monk mode. That's the answer. And see you in the next video.